And I'm live. And I'm just drinking some water. I literally just had a slice of bread for breakfast. So, you know, bear with me for a second. There we go. I'm living like a medieval peasant. For breakfast today, I just had a slice of plain white bread with some vegan butter on it. You know, bread and butter. That's the type of person I am, I guess. Let me pause this music. There we go. That was a MIDI version of Cats in the Cradle, because I was desperately trying to rack my brain over like cat songs. And that was the only thing I could think of, really. I guess I could have gone with Cat Stevens, but you know, I don't even know if there are MIDI versions of those songs. Hang on, let me just make sure my lights are alright, and then I'll turn on my camera. Yep, they should be fine. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I think I still have crumbs on me. Cool. I shouldn't eat bread just before the stream. Horrible bean. Fuck off. God damn it. Fine. Welcome, Adosco and Nuku and everybody. I'll be playing some Purrfect Date. You sound hungry. I'll be playing some Purrfect Date today. I'll do the hurdle and the global as well, because why not? You mean Yusuf Islam? Yes. Although I think he goes by both now, doesn't he? I know for a while it was Cat Stevens, and then he changed his name when he converted to Yusuf Islam. And I think now he goes by both. I think. 1 second. I think so. Cat Stevens. I like Cat Stevens. Yes, it says he goes by both now. He goes by Yusuf / Cat Stevens, it says. So that's fine. Either one, I'm assuming, is alright. Anyway, whatever. He's English? I was sure he was American. I was 100% sure that he was American. Huh. He was born in London and has basically lived in England forever. And his mum is Swedish. And his father's Greek? I would have bet money that he was American. I just associate him so much with, like, American folk stuff. Huh. This isn't interesting to anybody. I just... that's confused me. Anyway, I'll do a bean. Do a bean. Gotta wait 15 minutes now. Welcome, Scottish Charmander. The bean is strawberry and banana smoothie or dead fish. Lovely. My favourite. Which one even is this? I'm looking for the yellow spots. There we go. That's the one. It reminds me of Bruce Springsteen, maybe because of that. Maybe. I don't know. Like, I kind of like Cat Stevens. Oh, don't drop more beans, Jesus. I kind of like Cat Stevens. I think Cat Stevens' his music is all right. I'm hoping for strawberry. No, you're not. I think I like if you've ever listened or ever watched, I should say, Harold and Maude. He does the soundtrack to that. It's a good soundtrack. Dead fish and strawberry, what a combo. So it's either strawberry and banana smoothie or dead fish. The dead fish one is probably the worst thing ever, and I have just eaten a slice of bread with butter on it, so I'm feeling a bit heavy right now. Oh, nearly dropped the bean. Back to the coin. Oh. Oh, God. I can still taste it. Sorry. I don't have tea with me today. It's just water. It's not enough to wash over the taste. Fuck me. Oh, God. Oh, God. One more sip. I need to brush my teeth after the stream. It's that bad. I regret the redemption. It's the only food-based option. Happy World Goth Day? It's World Goth Day, and welcome Russell as well. What have you sent me? Oh! I've been sent a cat eating some corn. Here we go. Oh! It's so sweet. Anyway, I don't even really like cats that much, but oh! It's World Goth Day? 1 second. World Goth Day. World Goth Day, the 22nd of May, which is today. World Goth Day is observed on the 22nd of May. The official World Goth Day site defines it as a day where the goth scene gets to celebrate its own being. That's nice. Are goths particularly, prejudice? Do people have prejudice against goths? Do people not like goths? Do they need a goth day? Maybe. I don't know. It's fine that they have one. It celebrates the subcultural aspects of the goth subculture. Aspects of the culture like fashion, music, and art. So we should all listen to The Cure today. And Joy Division. And, stuff like that. I've put on eyeliner, so, I'm kind of there. Things are okay. I have purple hair. I have a slightly gothy thing going on sometimes, I think. Do the Association of Goths get together and just decide on this? I guess so. I don't know who decided on it. Oh, BBC Radio 6 played lots of goth music for it. That's nice. Oh, I missed the last Gothic stream. How did you do? I finished Gothic 1! So, finally! It's been forever, but I finished Gothic 1. And I have installed Gothic 2 for tomorrow. I'm gonna play it tomorrow, I feel like. Because I liked Gothic 1 so much that I was like, I'll just immediately go on to the second one. It was good. It was a good time. The final boss fight, if you can even call it that, was a disaster. It was one of the glitchiest things I've ever seen in my life. But I had a really fun time with it regardless. Anyway, I'm just looking at the World Goth Day Wikipedia page, by the way. It originated in the UK in 2009, initially as just Goth Day. Huh. John Holly stepped in to undertake and continues to run the... This doesn't seem very big, I'll just be honest. It doesn't seem huge. It doesn't really have much of a Wikipedia page, but it is World Goth Day. World Goth Day. National Day Calendar. I guess, I don't know, we'll be gothy today. Who knows? If there's a goth cat that we can fuck in this game I'm about to play, we'll do that. Oh! Just a dog. Just a dog sitting and standing and laying down. Anyway. Let's do the hurdle. Let's do the global. I'll run a bet for the global. And get on to Purrfect Date. We might be able to finish it today. If not, it'll be next weekend. But, we're close to the end of that. I don't even really expect anybody to watch these streams where I'm playing Purrfect Date. Because it's not really on my normal time slot or anything. I don't usually stream on weekends. It's just, I like playing the game, so I'm just going to continue playing the game, regardless of anybody's watching or not. Yeah, let me go to desktop, expand the screen a little bit. Perfect. Hurdle. This should take a minute. Oh, I feel like I should know that one. Sounds vaguely punky. It sounds like a Ramones intro or something. Or The Clash. Still kind of sounds like that, but I don't know it. I've never really been a big punk guy. You'd think I would be. I don't know. It's kind of adjacent to a lot of... I like post-punk a lot, but I've never really been a fan of just standard punk. Oh, never mind. Wait. Oh, I know this song. Is this, This isn't, Love Will Tear Us Apart, is it? By Joy Division? Oh, I should know that. That guitar tone is so familiar. I think it is. I think it is. The synth isn't coming in, but I think it's Love Will Tear Us Apart. Surely. Joy Division. Yes, it is. I always find that one. It is, thank you. No spoilers. Hello, Pre-Fade, welcome. But I always find it weird that Love Will Tear Us Apart is a Joy Division song, because it sounds way too happy to be a Joy Division song, just from the music. Like, it sounds way too upbeat. Like, Joy Division are one of the most miserable bands in existence. I guess it makes sense that this would be on World Goth Day, as we just discovered. Like, this sounds so upbeat. Yeah. That's the famous bit. I like Joy Division. Joy Division's a good time. I really like this song as well. I just haven't listened to it in ages. It's 1980 as well. I think it's towards the tail end of Joy Division. Because, you know, that thing happened. Hello, Emmy, welcome. You know, it sounds a lot more like a New Order song to me than a Joy Division song, which makes sense. If you don't know, New Order are basically Joy Division, but the lead singer, you know, and songwriter killed himself. So they just became New Order instead. So it sounds a bit more like that than a traditional Joy Division song to me. Hello, Ollie Makes, welcome. Oh, you'll be proud of me. I finally restrung that guitar in the background. After a month of not playing it, I went out into the garden today and with the guinea pigs and restrung that guitar. After like 2 of the strings have been broken on that for about a month now. Carrot will tear us apart. I like Joy Division a lot. It's my favourite one. Right, 1 second. Joy Division. One album I've listened to fucking over and over and over again. Unknown Pleasures. Unknown Pleasures is an incredible album. Anyway, they only had 2 albums. Oof. I mean, again, it makes sense. It's Joy Division. They had a very tragic kind of story, but I didn't realize they only had 2 albums. Well, I know that they have that singles and rarities collection that you know, that went big. I think Love Will Tear Us Apart is from that one. Is it called Subspace? I can't remember what that one's called. Is it called that? Hang on. Substance. That's it. Substance. I think I also own this album. But I haven't listened to it as much as their 2 like major albums. Robert Christgau. I hate Robert Christgau. I don't know if I've ever properly agreed with him on a review. Anyway, this is neither here nor there. Let's do the global. Full camera while I run the bet. Hang on. Manage prediction, star prediction. I don't know if this is a hard one or not. Let me check. Mikey did it in 13. Fuck me. Let's say 10. Let's say 10 guesses or less, because I was better. I was quite good yesterday when I did this. Did I? No, I wasn't streaming yesterday. Friday it must have been. I don't know what day it is. Is it Sunday? I think so. Star prediction. You have a minute. There we go. Desktop, and click the globe to play. And again, if you don't know, the bet is live, so feel free to bet your channel points if you want to make me eat beans or whatever. But this is Hurdle or Wordle or any of those games, but with countries. So, you know, I type in a country, it'll tell me how far away I am from the correct one until I get the correct one. That's kind of the best explanation, I think. Gonna step out because I haven't played it yet. I like how I seem to have introduced a lot of people to the global. Global is very good. Anyway, let's make this one quick. Actually, full camera one more time. Let me put on some background music. I always forget to load up background music. Probably not Joy Division. Although, do I have any Joy Division midis? Hang on. Hello, Jay. Do I have any Joy Division midis? Music, MIDI. No, I don't. Let's fix that. World of MIDI, or MIDI World, whichever one I use. Do I have any Joy Division stuff here? Joy Division. They don't! No! Well, whatever. Let's put on the Wii Shop music. I'll annoy everybody. There we go. Perfect. Let's say, I don't know, 13 guesses is the benchmark. We might be somewhere in Africa. We could be anywhere, basically. Let's say we're in Turkey. We are nowhere even close to Turkey. We're about 9,000 kilometers away. Never mind. Are we... 9,000 kilometers is like maybe here? So let's say we're in like... Bangladesh. Even further away. Never mind. Hello, Grenarius. Welcome. 9,000 kilometers away. Let's say we're in Congo. One of the Congos. No, well, it's a little bit closer, but not nearly close enough. We might be, like, over here? No, there's no way that Turkey is only 9,000 kilometers from here, right? Let me refresh the map. There we go. Brazil. It's not Brazil, is it? Oh! Okay. Ah, fuck. There's so many countries around here. Okay, so it borders Brazil. That could be one of about 15 different countries. Well, then. I can't remember what this is. That's Colombia, I think. So it might be Colombia. Ecuador. Uruguay. Argentina. Peru. Might be Uruguay. Uruguay? Have I spelled that right? No, it's not. Well, then. Wait, what? Okay, so it doesn't... Okay, well, that's good, because we know it's not Argentina, then. Or whatever this tiny one is. I can't remember. Is it Colombia? No. So it's definitely not these, either. So it's not Peru. And it's not... that. I can't remember what that is. Is it Ecuador? No, that's right there. Fuck, I thought that was Peru. I think Peru is like right here then, maybe? I can't remember. Fuck, it's gonna be this one, yeah. I can't remember what this is. Is it Guyana? Somewhere in the recesses of my brain, I think that might be Guyana, or Guyana might be here. Fuck! It was there, but it's not right either. Okay, so it borders Brazil and Guyana, so it's this one. It's whatever this is. Fuck. Wait, how many guesses do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 2 more guesses. And I don't remember anything about this place. Fuck. What is here? You really think I would know? Because, you know, South America is huge and important. And there's not that many countries in it. Like, Europe has a lot of countries in it. Africa has a fuck ton of countries in it. But, like... So that's Panama. That's Mexico. Can't really remember what's in here. That's Costa Rica or something, isn't it? Somewhere around here. Cuba, Jamaica... Fuck, I don't know what's here. I thought Colombia was bigger, if I'm honest, and covered this whole area. I'm not looking at chat, by the way, in case you were worried about the sanctity. So people could be typing in the right answer. I'm gonna give myself a time limit. I can't just stare at the screen for 20 minutes. That would not be fun to watch for anyone. I can't think of any... Like, I know Argentina, Chile's the skinny boy, Peru, and something's there as well, I think. But I can't remember what that is, and it doesn't matter. I can't remember what these 3 countries are. I thought this was Ecuador, or this was Ecuador. I thought Guyana was bigger, and I literally thought this was just Brazil still. But, it's not like a stupid... It's not like French Guyana or something. It's just a slightly separate country that has the same name or something. That sometimes happens. You know, it's like Congo and Democratic Republic of the Congo. Guatemala? That might be up here, though. Like, Guatemala's probably in this little area that I can't remember. I can't think of anything else. Yeah. Literally exactly where I thought it was. One last guess. Oh, fuck. Fuck. I'm just trying to think of a map of, like, the area around Brazil. The Wii music is feeling like it's mocking me in the background, by the way. It's way too happy for this. I'm crumbling. Fuck it, I don't know. I can't even think of a country to type in that's wrong at this point. I said Ecuador, I said Uruguay. Is it Paraguay? Could it be Paraguay? Because that's similar to Uruguay, but is it up there? I don't know. Paraguay. Oh, for fuck's sake. I thought this was all Argentina. I'm about to win some points. You just did, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. It's over 10 guesses. This too is a word I know. Where is Guatemala? Further north, right? Yes, you were correct. Yeah, it's like Mexico, Guatemala, some other stuff, Panama. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna have to look up a map, by the way. I mean, the bet's fucked. Like, you've won. Anybody who gets no, you've won. What is this? I'll learn something. South America. Show me a map. If it's fucking French Guiana, no, it's Suriname, isn't it? I was about, because that's basically French Guinea. I called that earlier, but I couldn't remember if that was an actual country or not. Suriname? I don't think I've ever heard of Suriname. Is it Suriname? It is. What is that? Look, I was never going to get that then. What the fuck is Suriname? Suriname has 500,000 people in it, or 600,000 people in it, and is a small country on the northeastern coast of South America. Is defined by vast swathes of tropical rainforest, Dutch colonial architecture, and a melting pot culture. It might be nice. I have never in my life heard of this place. Apparently it's Dutch. Republiek Suriname. Dutch. Okay, I'm not going to do that for 30 more seconds, Jesus. Official language Dutch. Oh no, what have they done? Motto: Justitia pietas fides. Justice, piety, trust. Gerechtigheid. Gerechtigheid. Vroomheid. Virtuven. Anyway. Global. Listening to the anthem after the global. It's kind of funny. They all kind of sound the same, if I'm honest. Like, I've already forgotten how it goes. Like, most national anthems sound identical to every other national anthem, and none of them are massively great. French, Russian. That might be it. They're good. Why is this performed by the US Navy, by the way? That seems interesting as a choice. Anyway, there we go. Bordered by the Atlantic Ocean, French Guiana to the east and Guyana to the west. It is the smallest state in South America. Fuck off. Whatever, fine. Well. Pay out. Choose outcome. No. No, I will not get this in 10 guesses or less. Actually, the people who voted no got quite a big payout there, I'll just say. Like, quite a big payout. It's horrible bean. Oh, the one I took this morning was so bad. Anyway, 1 second. Go back to desktop. Go back to Suriname for a second. Just look at Suriname. I almost tipped over my chair there. That would have been less than good. The Vatican City anthem is kind of nice. It was the Vatican a few days ago, wasn't it? Or a couple, like 3 or 4 days ago in GeoGuessr. That is licorice or skunk, by the way. Both bad options. God, it's bad to to say this even, because I know you can't smell it, but opening this package is really unpleasant, because you just get the mixed smells of all the bad options. It's really fucking gross. I feel like I need to keep it in like an airtight Tupperware container or something, but not in use. It's bad. I'm gonna go make a cheese sandwich. I had a butter sandwich this morning. I had a slice of bread. I got some vegan butter from the fridge, buttered it, and then folded it in half and ate that for breakfast because I apparently just don't like food. Anyway, bean. And then we'll get on to Purrfect Date. My lighting is very dim today, by the way. Why is it so dim? Look at my lighting. I'm in shadows. Hang on. Let me change my curtains a little bit. That's a tiny bit better, I think. Anyway. That's 100% licorice. Absolutely disgusting. How do I pronounce Suriname, by the way?
Suriname. Suriname.
Suriname. I don't know why it's an American saying it.
Suriname.
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 Suriname. Okay, fine. I came in too early, no? Anyway. Substance, Joy Division album. Can you remember why I had that up? No Joy Division. I can't fucking chew this anymore. Sorry, I hate licorice. It's really fucking gross. Ugh. It tastes like medicine. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm going to the Netherlands soon, and apparently they like licorice there, and I will not be eating any. Same with stroopwafel. I don't really like stroopwafel, so I won't be eating any. I know that's basically their national dish. Anyway. What's the... One second. Vatican City anthem, by the way. Vatican City. Does it have the anthem listed here? I didn't know they would have an anthem. Do city-states even get anthems? I guess they must. I'd never even gotten that. Yeah, I'd never heard of this country before. It's alright. Oh, now it's getting good. Why are all these performed by United States Navy bands? Ooh, I like this sort of thing. It feels a bit jaunty. Like, it doesn't feel as grand and plodding as a lot of them. Like, it feels a bit jaunty and silly. Like, oh, we're just little guys in robes doing horrific shit. Anyway, let's go to games, and I'll load up Purrfect Date. You should be seeing it in just a second. I'm double-clicking on the icon now. Only 31 minutes in. I want to do a quick stream today. I'll just do one route of Purrfect Date. Don't want to stream for too long. It's extremely less Christian than I expected. Matches the switch. It matches the Swiss Guard, I guess. I don't know what my stereotype of the Swiss is. I guess wacky little guys kind of fits. Wacky little guys who have lots of gold. That's kind of my image of the Swiss. Yay, it's up. In the Netherlands, they serve tea, beer, and egg dishes with licorice sauce on it. That's absolutely disgusting. I'll be eating a lot of chips, because I like Dutch chips. And I will probably, I don't know, maybe if I can find some, I'll smoke some weed. I haven't decided yet. I don't really know what I'll eat in the Netherlands. I don't really like a lot of sweet food. So, I don't know. Also, I don't eat meat, so that kind of limits me. I'll see. Anyway, play. If you haven't seen this game before, by the way, this is, on the surface, a cute dating sim about cats. It has become one of the darkest games I've played on this channel. I've been murdered in this game at least twice. Like, and I mean, I don't mean just like, oh, we died, and I'm joking that it's murder. A character shot us in the head, execution style, because we started going senile and forgetting our own name. because we're morphing into a cat. It's incredibly dark, and then each character that we play is the replacement for the previous character, who turned into a cat and started fucking one of the island cats. It's very strange. Play. I think there's only like 1 or 2 chapters left. Chapter 5 not started, so yeah, I thought I had already done chapter 5. Oh no, 1 second. I thought we had already done chapter 5, but I can't quite remember. We'll see. Hopefully it's saved. Let's go! I don't know. Random guy. Ender name. Dreya. The second, third, 4th, 5th. Dreya the 5th. Dreya the 5th is here. So yeah, we're just gonna, date some cats. Uncover some horrific mysteries. Get killed, maybe. We'll see. I step off the boat and onto Cat Island. How's my mic, by the way? I've shifted around my mic, so it's slightly uncomfortable even for me. But I've shifted around my mic a little bit so that there's a pop filter on it, which you can actually see. And the mic is a lot closer to my mouth. Is it too loud or too quiet or muffled in any way? It might be. I honestly don't know. I don't really like doing audio stuff, if I'm honest. Everything should be fine, I think. Anyway, I step off the boat and onto Cat Island, full of anticipation about what my first day will bring. 8 hours, 1 journal, and a wild cat chase later. Oh, we're completely skipping over the intro. That's amazing. So apparently this first day brings physical assault and the biggest trauma of my life. Aww. I like how the intro to the game gets shorter each life. It's quite good. Just skips over all of it. Ah, you met the cats. They want to fuck you. Good stuff. Yeah, now we're here. Oh, I need to remember the fucking voices. This was Brian Blessed the racist, right? Not that Brian Blessed is racist, to my knowledge, but I was playing him as a No, I wasn't even playing him as a racist. This cat was a racist. Like a hardcore UKIP supporting racist.
Oh, is it awake? Human, we need to talk with you.
Save it. I know how this goes, fluffy ass. Baba, catification, blah blah, evasive answers, antidote. Basically, you need me help. Do I miss anything?
No, not really.
Wow, you really did read that journal from front to back, didn't you?
Front to back. Thank God it's a competent fucking assistant this time. The previous assistants, Dreya the 1st through 4th, read like the first 10 pages of the book and went, it's probably nonsense, and then threw it away, basically. Finally. Obviously we helped the kittens. Fine, I'll help, whatever. See you after my day job. One that matches me perfectly. Love it. This one is gonna be my, soul incarnate in this game. Just taking it in stride, bored by the whole thing, loving it. I return to the camp, feeling a bit less grumpy. I'm just about to enter the lab to begin my legitimate work when the catalogue beeps. A message without any contact information.
Snitches get stitches.
Who the fuck? Someone needs to take that phone away from Mason Marigold. Oh yeah, we found out that it was Mason on the last run. Oh, I like this. I like this. I'm on top of things this time. The rest of the day is uneventful, just working in the lab with the professor. I cannot wait to start unpicking this mystery. Suppose the cats are my starting point? They must know about more than they're letting on. I intend to get the heart of each of them to see what secrets they may hold. This is a competent boy. I feel sorry that he's probably going to either get murdered or turned into a cat. 65% antidote? We'll get there. Extras. Do we have any extras left? I don't know if I want to do any extras. To be honest, the Sherlock one was very weird. Yeah, back. Let's do a date first. And then we'll do a research and a recon and go, in that kind of loop. Romance. Who is left to romance? Just Kibbles. Oh, that fucking voice is going to happen. Oh, no. Right, fine. This guy's voice was Arnold Schwarzenegger. My terrible, terrible, terrible impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger. So get ready for some irritation for everybody, including me. I'm out in the forest looking for some shade and a place where I won't be disturbed. I need to be relaxed when I finally read the precious contents of the envelope I'm carrying. Feels like I've waited an age for this moment. Eventually, I find a clearing with a moss-covered tree stump that looks comfortable enough. What envelope, by the way? I have a quick check around to satisfy myself that I'm alone before I take a seat, and I slowly unpeel the flap of the brown wrapper. My issue of Kanashi Boy! Oh no, it was going so well! No! The flag's falling in the background and everything. Cat ears, oh for fuck's sake. They're on the ground right now. Hang on. There we go. Cat ears. My issue of Kanashi Boy. It's such a treat to get some quiet manga reading time to myself. Oh, now I just want to bully him. I'm just starting to get into it. Yeah, I bet you are. When I hear actually, she's a 4,000-year-old dragon. She just looks like a 2-year-old. It's not the sort of sound the wind makes when it ruffles the leaves. Sorry. Bean shards in my mouth. It's more deliberate than that. I look over towards the bush and the noise stops. Almost as soon as I resume reading, it starts again. I try to ignore it and continue with my comic. Actually, it's not a comic, it's a manga. It's actually literature. I feel like I'm being watched. Who's there? The rustling gets louder. Hello? I inch my way towards the source of the sound, nervously holding my breath. I reach out my arm to pull aside the branches when something bursts out of the bush and knocks me sideways. Kibbles, what on earth are you doing? Were you spying on me?
Why are you so hard?
He picks himself up from the ground, desperately trying to style it out. I said this before. This is one of the ugliest cats I've ever seen in my life. He's absolutely fucking hideous. So, he's gonna need to win me over. He looks like Quasimodo. Genuinely disgusting looking cat.
Oh, you're here. I hadn't noticed. I was just looking for something.
In a bush, he's dogging. Which is ironic for a cat.
Yeah, I left my...
Kibbles looks around frantically for something. He locks eyes on an unremarkable looking flat pebble and picks it up triumphantly.
My pebble. I left my pebble in this bush. Found it now.
Good. I hate to think what would happen if you lost that.
Yeah. Anyway, what are you doing? It looks like you're reading some sort of poem.
Just reading. I hold up the comic book, emphasizing the obvious.
Yeah, thought so. Looks like one of those hentais.
Yes, Kibbles.
So, is that Kanashi Boy?
What? I'm taken aback. Yes, it is. Do you know it? And more to the point, how?
Yeah, looks like issue 8.
That's right. Now I'm impressed as well as amazed. Kibbles, how on earth do you know that? Questions are flooding my brain, but I know I need to play this cool. I don't want him shutting me out. Yeah, because famously, people who like anime and manga don't go on forever about it or anything. If you mention that you watched a manga, watched some sort of anime, they don't pester you for fucking years about watching more. That's definitely not a thing. They're not the Linux users of media properties.
That's an old issue.
Looks like he has no intention of answering my questions, so I try a different tack. I'm a little behind, so I bought a couple of back issues with me to bring me up to date.
Yeah, so which version are you reading?
Version? I'm not sure.
Are you reading the original Japanese? The libtard Americans censored the breasts.
Oh, come on! He actually is doing that!
Yeah, it's probably the inferior American translation. You really have to get the original Japanese or the European versions to get all the nuance.
Oh?
It's impossible to truly understand the depth of Fumiyosha and Hara's relationship in the version you've got.
You're a proper fan then.
Could say that, I guess.
I'd love to pick your brains sometime.
What do you want to know?
Does the original version explain how they're able to enter the third chamber together when Chrysato gets turned into a hog? Fucking hate this.
Oh, yeah, that's because she tried to pass through the gate without Isao's approval.
Oh, right, that would make sense.
That bit was cut for some reason. The American version they're selling these days is plebeian trash.
Well, I like it.
Any serious Kanashi Boy fan would track down the European translation.
Not sure, but I don't think I'd be able to get those delivered here. Guess I'll have to make do with the trash version.
I'd rather read something else than read that inferior rag.
Jesus, he is an anime fan. Fair enough, but I'm still enjoying it. I start to get back to reading my trash, but Kibble suddenly springs forward, grabs the comic from out of my hands, and runs off into the undergrowth. Oh, what a prick. This guy is gonna angrily post on Reddit later, and it's gonna be a disaster. Hey, bring that fucking back. But he's gone. I wait for a while, not quite believing what he just did. After a few minutes, I lose hope that he'll return. I start packing away my things and head back to Keb. Just as I start walking away, Kibbles comes crashing back through the bush. Oh, there you are. What the fuck was that?
I got you something.
That's when I notice he's holding a copy of Kanashi Boy issue 8. But it's not my copy. This one is in a pristine plastic cover. It looks new.
Here, this is my copy.
The European translation?
Original Japanese, actually.
Wow, but how do you understand it? Don't tell me you speak Japanese.
Some. Look, I've made my own translation.
There are pieces of paper tucked in between the pages with scrawled writing on them. Oh no! Keikaku means plan. How did you manage this?
One of the ones before you. She helped me translate.
One of the ones before me. What does that mean?
Want to read this or not?
I'm far more interested in what he just said. You said helps. Kibbles is looking at the cover of Kanashi Boy, but I sense he's pretending to be preoccupied. He's clearly just said more than he's intended to, and now he's distancing himself. That would suggest that they're still here.
Where does the circle end?
What? I'm annoyed that he's obviously trying to change the subject.
It is a simple question, human.
I'm worried that if I push him too far, he'll just disappear again into the bushes, so I try to play along for now. Where does the circle end? He's watching me intently, and I get the feeling that this is some kind of test. Is this another anime? Is this a reference to fucking One Piece issue 4003? Actually, the circuit ends when Kobayashi defeats Mega Man in issue 12. The circle ends where it began, probably? Kibbs looks delighted.
Cool, you've read it.
Read what?
Sakaru.
I'm sorry, I don't know that one.
But you gave me the right answer.
Oh, God. I have no idea what we're talking about now.
Sakaru by Heishi Kitsuki. You haven't read it?
I'm afraid not. Is it good?
Only the best in its genre. So what happens is these two schoolgirls with massive honkers meet in middle school and they fight in bikinis. It's a true expression of the manga arts.
Which is... Oh, fuck, it's even worse. Never mind.
Guro, naturally.
And Guro means, oh, you poor sweet summer child.
Gore, of course.
Of course. I wasn't aware that gore was a whole genre. I think it's a sex thing. Like all anime seems to be, but I think it's a sex thing.
I can lend it to you. I have a copy here.
Kibbles looks like he's about to dive back into the bushes. Whoa, hang on a minute. That sounds interesting, but I'm in the middle of Kanashi Boy.
So, ditch this and start this. You won't regret it.
I really don't want to read fucking Guro, but sure, if it helps me fuck this hideous cat, I guess that's what we're doing. Read Sakura. Well, normally I'd finish the series I'm on before I start another, but you've got me interested, so... Gore? It's absolutely.
Wait right there.
And he's gone before I can open my mouth. I'm starting to get used to this routine, so I wait patiently. He's back within seconds. The music for me, by the way, is very, very loud. I think that's just on my end, though. 1 second. Just gonna turn down my own volume a little bit, because it's getting ear-splittingly loud for me. That was quick. Where do you keep this stuff?
In my pawn bush. I'm from the 70s. I could tell you, but I'd have to charge.
Then you'd have to kill me.
Whoa, slow down. It's a bit too soon to be finishing each other's sentences.
JJ?
Jesse James. McMurphy told me all about him. Fastest draw in the Wild West.
I hate this character so much. I assumed this would be a game where you dated other cats as a cat. No, that's what makes it so fucked up, I think. Well, one of the things. Aside from all the human experimentation and cult stuff and weird, bizarre werecat stuff that happens. The murder. Yeah, we're a human who's being turned slowly into a cat by a disease. And in the meantime, we're trying to find an antidote while dating these cats. And suddenly he's leaping around with pretend paw guns, pew-pewing until he's been shot and acts out an elaborate stagger fall death. Then he's back up on his feet in a heartbeat, pointing at the comic he's placed in my hands.
Yeah, it's universally agreed that this is the grossest manga out there.
That's a fucking high bar. Am I about to read basically the manga edition of Cello? Or Cannibal Holocaust? Kibbles grins as though that's a positive thing. I look at the glossy black cover and feel my interest peak. This doesn't look like the sort of thing I'd usually pick up at a comic shop, but I'm intrigued. Oh, we're about to have an awakening, and I don't think it's going to be a good thing, because this is fairly niche, I think.
Great.
That's why it's so good.
You're going to love the bit where Kira's mum stabs out her own eyes because...
Kibble, spoilers!
Oh, who cares about spoilers? It feels totally different when you see it with the artwork. You will be coming in the gym, coming at home, coming to the guru, coming everywhere.
I don't want you to tell me any part of the stories. It doesn't matter if it feels different.
Okay, but just remember one thing.
Kibbles, if this is a spoiler, I'm going to be fucking upset.
The circle ends back where it began.
Kibbles! I can't tell if that was an actual spoiler, but I'm still angry. He holds up his paws defensively.
What? You said it yourself.
That was a lucky guess. What does it mean, anyway?
It's the secret password for Sakura fans. You know, like on my Reddit forums, the narwhal bacons at midnight.
Like the Mason's secret handshake?
Yeah, probably.
You don't know what the Masons are, do you?
It's like a boy band.
Close enough. Basically, yeah. I mean, they are kind of a boy band.
Lol. Should we make our own secret handshake? You know, in case someone tries to infiltrate the manga club.
Sure, we don't want anyone getting their mitts on our intelligence. If you like manga, I question your intelligence. I'm sorry. This is rude, but I really don't like it.
You hold out your hand in a fist formation, and I do this.
Kibble splays his claws out as if he's going to scratch me, but he pushes his metacarpal pad onto my knuckles. It's the middle one. The middle one on a paw. So not the toe beans. Not the little toe beans, but this one. There we go. Kibbles has splayed his claws out as if he's going to scratch me. That's great, Kibs. Really unique.
Yeah, so, anyway, I've got a lot of stuff to be getting on with. Important business stuff. I'll have to catch you later, human.
I feel a bit taken aback by his sudden change in mood. Oh, okay, Kibbles. I'll get on with the manga then. I'm playing this game where I'm dating cats and learn a lot about feline anatomy. I mean, you know, at some point we're gonna be doing stuff with this cat. So, you know, it would help to know that, like, if I were asking him, you know, oh, put your metacarpal pad right there and rub. Like, you know, it would help to be specific.
Yeah, sure. See ya.
I sit down on the tree stump and get stuck into my new comic. My new Guro comic. It's gonna be fucking vile, isn't it?
Fill your hands, you son of a gun.
I look up to see that Kibbles has crept around the far side of the trees to ambush me. I find him so annoying. I spring into action, falling to my knees behind the tree stump. True, communicating your wishes is important. Exactly. You wouldn't shoot an unarmed cowboy, would you yellow-bellied snake? He momentarily lowers his paws.
What?
I seize my opportunity. Pew pew, gotcha. We're fucking such nerds. Oh, I want to bully us. I genuinely want to bully these two. Like, I was never a bully. I was bullied quite a lot in school, right? I want to bully them. I shoot my finger guns at him.
Nuh-uh, I dodged.
Kibbles jumps into a roll, seeing how you get it, and shoots his paw guns at me. No, you got me. Oh, I can't believe this is how it all ends. I grab my chest and stagger to the floor. Doing a very good performance, if I do say so myself. I'm an actor.
That's what you get when you mess with this ass-slinger.
I dart my head up. The what?
Oh, nothing.
What did you just call yourself?
I didn't say anything. Shut up. It's not like I like you, baka. Senpai, it's not like I like you or anything.
The sass slinger?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. You're boring me now, human. I'm going now.
No, I mean, that's cool.
Notice me, senpai.
Notice me, senpai. Now I want a name too. Oh, we're humoring him. That's a really fucking terrible name. Coming to the Guro is not a sentence I would have thought I'd hear in my life.
Make sure you come to the guru.
Kibbles looks surprised. I get off the floor and dust myself down. How about the sass slinger and his sidekick, the, banter bomb? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh.
The banter bomb.
Yeah.
That's really embarrassing.
Well, I'll think about it and get back to you then. This has been fun. Banter bean, oh, for fuck's sake. That is chocolate pudding or dog food. It's been chocolate pudding the last two, I think. I still have water, good. Whatever it is, it can't be worse than the dead fish. It's chocolate. Still not good, but it didn't make me vomit like the other one did. Oh, it is not good though. Oh, it's so fucking not good. I need to chew it enough to swallow it, but I don't like it being in my mouth. This is one bean I don't want to flick. Oh, I genuinely am going to brush my teeth after the stream. It's very unpleasant in there right now.
See you later, Bants.
Don't call me Bants, I'll fucking deck you. He blows the imaginary gunsmoke from each of his little paws. Aw. And swaggers off into the bush. I feel childishly happy. Maybe I'll start banning people who like, anime from my chat. They're all like this. Anyway, research. Do some research. We need to research this fucking antidote. Research 8. There we go. It's time to check on Muffin. I hope she's okay after all those tests. I can't remember who Muffin was. I arrive at the lab at the usual time. As I walk through the door, the professor is standing right in front of me, with a disconcerting smile on his face. So we know that he's just openly evil and killed a couple of people at this point, right? Well, we don't know that he killed someone. Or ordered death. But we know some fucking shady nonsense is happening. Ah, Dreya the 4th, of the 5th, sorry. There's so many of you at this point, I can't tell. I don't like anime, yay! I've seen 1 or 2 good ones, but generally don't care much for it. Exactly. I thought Cowboy Bebop was alright. I liked the first season of Attack on Titan. Have I watched any others? I watched Death Note, and I thought the first half of it was pretty good, and the second half I just watched out of. And I watched like 10 episodes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and thought it was fun. That's it. I think that's it. And because of that, I get recommended about 400 animes a year. I know Kusabi is great. Death Note was okay. Can't really recall them anymore. Exactly. Like, I only watched a couple. And then, you know, there's the Studio Ghibli stuff that I've watched. But proper, like, it depends. I've had this reaction from so many people. Sometimes the same person, right? If I say, oh, I don't really watch any anime, they'll say, oh, but what about Studio Ghibli? You must like that. And I'll go, yeah, I like Studio Ghibli. And they'll go, see, you like anime. But if I say the other way, right? If I say, oh yeah, I like anime, I like Studio Ghibli, I have gotten the response, oh, that's not proper anime though. Sometimes from the same people, just separate events. So, you know, I'm bitter against anime, I think, maybe. Angel's Egg, if that counts, but that was quite artsy. Heidi? I don't know what Heidi is. That sounds like Swiss or German rather than an anime, right? Ah, Dreya the 5th, perfect timing. Morning, Professor. Yeah, we know what's up. Have you seen Muffin today? I haven't. Why do you ask? See for yourself. He steps aside, and as I enter the tent, I immediately see what he's referring to. Ugh, sorry, I hiccuped. It's originally Swiss and the Japanese have made it an anime? Oh! That makes sense, I guess. Muffin is bounding and scurrying at a breathtaking speed, sending everything in her path flying. Crikey! Professor, what on earth has gotten into... Sorry, I can't say crikey in my voice, it just doesn't sound right. Crikey! Professor, what on earth has gotten into her? Oh... Some time ago, we tried to test a new sample on her, but there was no response at the time. I expect that this is just a much delayed reaction to that sample. She's like a hyper kitten. Indeed. I have an assignment for you today. Fuck this cat. You want me to catch her, don't you? Absolutely. You must retrieve some samples for analysis. Skin, hair, saliva. Come if you can get it. Right, okay. The professor chunkles to himself as he wanders out of the lab. Oh, a link. Childhood memories popping up. 52 episode animation is a vintage of 1974? Heidi in the Swiss Alps. Huh. Anyway, Jesus. I'd never heard of this. He's right to laugh. This isn't going to be easy. Muffin is bouncing all over the place. I stumble around for a while trying to catch her, but she's too fast. I'll have to think this through strategically. I'm sorry for coughing. Sit down and let her come to me? This is what I do with the guinea pigs or with the with cats. If I need to lure a cat, usually, if I just sit down cross-legged on the grass, they will come over. I don't know why, but they will. Food could probably work. But if she's very hyper, then maybe she won't be interested. I don't really know how cats work. Are they like dogs where they will drop everything for food? I don't really know. Let's sit down and let her come to me. Catching her by hand is never going to work, but if I know Muffin, I know she won't be able to resist a good lap. I take a seat across the room from her and wait. I pretend I'm not paying her any attention. That's what works. If you ignore cats, they seem glued to you for some reason. Like, I basically do not pay attention to the neighbor cat. I treat it as if it is not there, and it fucking rubs up against me at any chance it gets. I don't get it. Basically, you neg them, I think. I take out my catalogue and check my messages. I notice out of the corner of my eye, Muffin has stopped bouncing around. Right option, maybe? Dreya's hot tips to get cats to rub up against you. I continue to ignore her. The next thing I know, the Persian fluff ball is landed on my lap and is purring solicitously. Solicitously. Does that mean, like, she wants some sex, basically? I let her sit for a minute before taking the necessary samples with minimum fuss, then replace her in the crate. Okay, that was easy. I'm preparing and cataloguing the samples when I notice something peculiar. The hair sample looks brittle, like it could turn to ash in my hand. I glance up at Muffin, and she's sleeping in an unnatural starfish position. Me too. It's gotten too hot, and that's how you have to sleep. I had a fan on, full blast, all last night, while I just laid out on my stomach like that. It was very unpleasantly hot in my room. As though she conked out mid-leap. Makes me feel uneasy. I go and give her a gentle stroke. She seems perfectly fine and relaxed, but I can't help feeling she seems older than before. I think I'm getting paranoid. Oh no. What have we done to Muffin? Oh no. I think Muffin might have been the one we experimented on as Dreya the 4th? Because Dreya the 3rd refused. Dreya the 4th might have done it. I can't remember. Recon time. Let's do Recon 5, because that's the only one we can click on. The professor's laptop probably has all kinds of interesting files in it. Lucky for me, there's a certain wire-haired nerd who says he can hack it for me. Oh, is he a fucking white hat hacker as well? God, I hate this cat. There's no doubt in my mind that Kibbles the cat uses Linux. I'm just going to say that. And his background is a still from an anime with a suspiciously young character in it. The professor keeps all the data on a closed network. He uses LAN. I have clearance to access a few files, but most of the info is encrypted and inaccessible to anyone but the professor himself. Good thing then that he left his laptop unattended before going on a trip to the mainland. Oh, it's the niche porn we're about to find. Oh no. He's gone to select some specific components for some of the experiments we're running soon, or so he says. I'm holding on the fort. When I open it, I see that his laptop is running the same tech as the catalogue. It's the only working computer that I've seen on the island. It's password protected as I expected, but that's not a problem, because I have a trick up my sleeve. Kibbles, come over here, work your magic. Kibbles has been playing with what looks like a rubber band under the professor's desk. It's actually a used condom. He leaps up and stares at the screen with huge black pupils.
Lol, it's a Unix system, I know this.
I fucking called it! Sorry. Sorry for shouting, but fucking nailed it.
Okay, you'll have to use an OS exploit and a pen drive to boot straight to desktop.
I think I know how to do this. I think in the, I did some, like, work experience at one point in an IT help desk office kind of thing. And I had to do this a couple of times, but only with Windows. Okay, slow down, I'm not good with this stuff. After some fiddling and impatient instructions from Kibbles, we reach the desktop. The professor's desktop background is a picture of him surrounded by cats. It should look cute, but it looks strangely unnatural. And if you look closely, all the cats are covered in a sort of clear, sticky substance. We search for the files. Kibbles says we can get past the authentication process, but we still need to figure out how to decrypt them. He sets a process going, try work out the encryption key. While that's working in the background, I take a look around the rest of the computer to see what else I can find. I find a folder with pictures of all the cats. They look like they were taken from a distance. With a powerful zoom lens.
Caught me mid-sneeze. Not very professional.
Why do you think he has these photos? Dreya, you know why he has these photos. You're getting involved with this cat too, don't judge.
Well, I don't think he took them. He's only interested in cats as a research subject.
Really? Then how do you explain the desktop background?
I don't know.
The computer makes a noise. The program's finished.
Ah,
What is it?
I couldn't get past the encryption. We can only get access to one file and it's an old one. Ah, damn you Unix.
Oh, but it is a good one.
Yeah, what's it say?
I read the document out loud. Observations on Project Felix. Oh! Gregarious, it's your project. Day 74. Subject's ears are becoming pointed. Hearing range is expanded to 60 kHz. Subject appears to be developing a reflective layer behind the retina. Eyesight in darkness is improved by 50% since last measured. Subject's field of view is expanded to 200 degrees. That's a fucking large field of view, Jesus. What's humans? It's about 170, I think, is humans. It's like that. You know, peripheral vision. Like, I can see my hands here if I stare straight ahead. But if they go here, I can't. 200's a fucking lot. It's like goat level. Body hair is becoming more dense. Longer hairs around the mouth and eyebrows have begun to grow faster and appear to carry sensory information. Whiskers! Oh. Attempts to reverse the changes has so far proved fruitless. They infected somebody with a cat disease and then locked him in a room until they turned, didn't they? Is that Raven Paw, maybe? Ooh. Tomorrow we will carry out further invasive procedures. Day 75. Administered a combination of aminoglycosides, glycosides, glucose, and the chemical extracted from the feral cat's adrenal glands. Initial results are promising. Subject appears to be in acute pain at all times. Is that promising? Day 76. Subject has perished overnight due to sudden heart failure, potentially as a result of increased stress. Post-mortem to be carried out at 1700 hours.
Aye, that's dark.
Yeah, it is.
Probably a good thing you never told the professor that you're catified.
I nod and I download the file to the pen drive as Kibbles is instructed. I close the laptop. That's enough for one day, I think. Huh. Recon 1 is unlocked. Ooh, 1. Surprised that wasn't unlocked before, if I'm honest. We need to rest, so we'll rest 69.4% on the what's it called? Antidote. We're getting there. Ooh. This issue of Kanashi Boy is super tattered. What the fuck has Kibbles been doing with it? Fucking it? I grab the mini hot iron and some sticky tape and get to work neatening it. I iron each page flat. Oh god, what a fucking nerd. Who cares? It's just a fucking comic. Unfolding the bent over corners, lining up the tears and patching them. I work slowly and meticulously. Surprisingly therapeutic. After about an hour, I sit back and admire my work. I'm quite proud of the end result.
Yawn happening.
It's not quite good as new, but it's definitely carefully pre-loved. I reread the issue delicately, appreciating every flaw. I think I shall rename this one Kintsugi Boy. I don't know Japanese, and so I have literally no idea what that's meant to mean. I'm not a weeb. I don't know. There we go. Romance again, I guess? We'll romance him. Well, we need to fuck this cat by the end of the stream. Again, not a long stream today, but I want to do at least one route and then finish it next week, maybe. I've had a busy morning today, so I'm rewarding myself with a longer lunch break. I use the extra time to return to what has become my favourite reading spot in the forest, to finish Sakura. Hot and heavy with the fucking eyeball stabbing. Kibbles was right. It's fantastic. I'm enjoying it so much more than I expected to. I'm not usually a fan of manga that's excessively bloody. My tastes tend to be more vanilla. This was an exception. The gore is so relevant to the individual characters and the overarching story that it felt entirely justified. Is it though? Or do you just like seeing young girls get beheaded? I read the final page and close the issue and exhale loudly. What an ending! I came everywhere. I can hardly believe that the main character died. It's too sad, yet completely authentic. I can't see how anyone could have escaped a situation like that. It's like that infamous gif of the skinning machine. I imagine that's how it ended, and we're into it apparently. My thoughts are interrupted by the sound of a rustling nearby. I open my eyes. Hey, Kibbles! Kibbles what the fuck? It's a pixel art thing of an anime. It got shared around as like a shock site thing. Where it's this anime girl pixel art being like hooked into a machine and then stripped of all skin by lasers or something. It's really, really unpleasant to see. You fool, Googling that. Kibble stumbles out of the bushes again. He's holding an adorable little satchel, which is shaped like a penguin. Ah, I want one. Show me the fucking penguin bag.
Lol. Hello, Dreya. Have you read Sakura then?
Yeah, I just finished it now. It was disturbing, but in the best possible way.
Yeah, the body horror bits are epic.
You want it back? I hand Kibbles the comic book. He examines it closely, looking for any signs of damage or wear. After a while, he does seem satisfied. He opens the satchel and carefully places it inside. At the same time, he takes out 3 more comics and presents them to me.
These ones are even more fucked up. If you want to see a schoolgirl get fucked in the neck hole, then you'll be into this. You should try them. They're on another level.
I struggle to understand what I should be trying to take more seriously. I give up. Okay, great. What do you have for me?
First, this is Hokorashi. It's about a kid who finds a puppet that lets him control his parents. He does some really fucked up things to them. Then this one is called The Hungry Sparrow. The artwork is sick. There's this character called the Icebreaker, who's a huge polar bear.
That one sounds okay.
And this last one is Kuchi or Sobome. It's probably my favorite.
Oh wow, Kuchi Osabome.
Aye, you've heard of it.
I've read it.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Well, I actually couldn't stomach it. I don't know how Kibbles will take that. Oh, fuck! Now, this guy's an anime lord. He's a weeb. He's an otaku. Whatever else you call them. Neets. I don't know what the slang is. They usually are not very sort of socially adept. So, maybe we should lie to spare his feelings. Although again, if we end up loving him, if we end up fucking this cat and being in a long-term relationship with him, then it'll come out eventually, right? I'm gonna be honest. I think if we're going to be in a relationship with this cat, we should be honest and don't pretend. We should be honest from the start. To be honest, it was a bit much for me. Kibble suddenly looks very serious. He reminds me of my lecturers in uni when I answered a question wrong, but they didn't want to come right out and say it was wrong. Oh no! If he says for even a second,
oh well, you probably just didn't get it, Dreya. You probably just didn't understand it. You see, when the 1,000-year-old dragon in the body of a middle schooler showed her boobs, that was meant to be a metaphor for loss. In what way much?
I think it's a bit relentless, the gore.
It's not relentless, it's integral.
Really? I felt the scene where Keida eats this slug was just gratuitous. Totally the wrong place for something to get so gut-churning. Is this lost? Oh god. The internet, the word lost has been ruined by the internet. Same with daddy.
What? Keda never eats a slug. You must be thinking of something else. She eats a snail without a shell, actually.
No, it's right after Miharu brings her the fruit basket. She opens up with a banana and the slug's inside.
I remember the fruit basket, but no slug.
Don't tell Emmy that. He pulls the comic out from its protective sleeve and starts looking through the pages.
Here's the fruit basket, and then it goes straight onto the train scene. No slug, see?
Oh, I see what the problem is. This is the shorter version. The slug scene must be in the extended edition.
Extended version?
Yeah, I've got it back at camp. I can lend it to you if you like. Swapsies! Kibbles looks upset for a moment, but quickly composes himself. Oh, fuck me. I hate him! Although this is true of some things. If you're going to watch Apocalypse Now, for instance, don't bother watching the extended edition. Because they got it right the first time. The extended edition is significantly worse. Like, worse enough that it's not that good of a movie anymore. Anyway.
I've heard the extended version is way too long. That's why you didn't enjoy it. The pacing is much better on the standard edition.
You're probably right. You have better knowledge than me on this stuff. Don't feed into his fucking superiority complex. Kick him in the sand. He looks super happy and prances around me for a few seconds, catching imaginary insects. Okay, Gibbles, can I still borrow Hungry Sparrow and Hokurashi? He pulls himself together.
Oh, so you haven't read those?
Not yet. I've heard Hungry Sparrow is excellent though.
I will say nothing until you've read them. We can compare notes then.
My accent is flawless. Gibbles hands me the comics and packs Kushi Osabome away. Thanks, Gibbles. I'll bring him back as soon as I'm finished.
See that you do.
Gibbles disappears backwards into the bushes once again, never breaking eye contact. Maybe he lives in that bush? Maybe it's like the TARDIS? I was so happy when this character was like competent and reading all the stuff. Now it turns out he's a massive fucking nerd. Research. Research 13. It's time to check on some of our test subjects. Nothing fancy, just a routine checkup. Yeah, I'm sure it'll go that way. I'm spending the day examining the cats to make sure they're all in good shape. Muffin's a little grumpy today, presumably because she's an old lady and she's just been woken up, but otherwise she's doing well. As I replace her in the crate, I can't resist doing the human-cat equivalent calculation. She's 18, so if 1 feline year equals 7 human years, that makes her the grand old age of 126. I know it's nonsense, but that's impressive anyway. I don't think that's true about cats. That's dogs, you moron. Cats live longer than dogs. It's like 1 feline year equals like 5 human years, isn't it? I think. Something like that. Or like 4. Like they live way longer than dogs. Cats can live to like 25 or something ridiculous like that. Anyway. Smokey is being quite vocal this morning, so I grab him next. His hair's a lot more luscious than it used to be, but I can't help running my hand through it. Although it's no longer growing, I can feel how thick he is. Just a thick old boy. Apart from that happy consequence, there doesn't seem to be any other side effects from the drug we used on him, which is a relief. Further examination shows him to be very healthy indeed. A little bigger, heavier than last time I weighed him. All his other vitals are within normal acceptable range. I give him a small treat, and he plods off happily. Who's next then? Oh, who was B? Was she just Posh Lady? I can't remember. I suppose I have a free minute. I'm startled by the voice and turn to see that the quiet chocolate brown cat from the forest has entered without me noticing. Oh, B, you came. Well, I was invited. Oh, I remember her. Of course, will you let me check you over? I'd like to update your details on the catalogue. Okay. She leaps up onto the counter gracefully and I begin her examination. Is this going to be like those special videos? Where, you know, we're sort of rubbing oil on them? You're in very good condition, aren't you? You're so toned and thick. If you say so, Turntail. Why do you call me that? She ignores the question. Turntail means coward, doesn't it? The journal the last assistant left says that you called them Turntail too. I've read about it. What did we do to deserve being called cowards? You tell me. She almost looks sad. Well, I've racked my brain since you first said it, and I can't really imagine. I continue taking your vitals, keeping myself busy to ease the tension between us. You're taking too long. I remove the stethoscope from one of my ears and insert it into her. I'm sorry, are you in a rush to get somewhere? I can't quite hide the sarcasm in my voice. Not this, I mean with joining the dots, working it out. Working what out? The connection. I wait to understand. Between us! She's becoming more irritated with me, so I try to pull it back by being ultra calm. And what would that be? It's like a red rag to a bull. Well, certainly not our IQ, mastermind. Is that the first assistant, maybe? I feel stung. I don't understand why she's so upset with me. There's an awkward silence while I finish checking her over. I'm sorry. Her voice is no more than a whisper. I beg your pardon? It's not your fault. I just get so frustrated. Whenever there's a glimmer of hope, it's snuffed out before any progress is made. Although I don't understand, I don't want to interrupt her. She looks so earnest. I've been patient for so long, but I'm beginning to forget. Forget what? Time is so... It's so... We mustn't waste it. She looks so small and lost. Look, I'm sorry if I did or said something to get us off on the wrong foot. I think it would be a shame for us not to get along. We could be allies. Important! Huh? The word I lost. Time is important. Yes, it is. See, we can agree. Could we sit down together and talk about it? Maybe we could. B leaps off the examination table and saunters towards the door. I'll let you know, Turntail. She's gone before I can reply. Why won't any of the cats give me a straight fucking answer and actually help? No one's a help here. They're all pricks. I hate them all. I'll fuck them, but they're not being very helpful. Recon. Recon, please. What's the next recon? We're nearly finished the recon. There's something the professor is hiding for me. I know just the cats for the job. Stealth mission. Amazing. You're gonna love this. There's a trap door in the floor of the lab that's completely off limits. I've spied the professor going in and out a couple of times, but he always keeps it locked, and it's never been mentioned. He uses a key card to enter, but as far as I'm aware, there are no copies. Strange, though, having a trapdoor in a tent, let alone a special high-tech security. I can't help but wondering what on earth could be down there. It's the hatch from Lost. So there's just, from what I remember, some guy typing in a code every day or something like that. I don't know. Lost wasn't very good. I don't know if it's the catification or this environment, but my curiosity has really started to get the better of me. I've spent some time ruminating, and I've finally formulated a plan on how to get past the trapdoor and into whatever's beneath. But this is more than a one-person job. I need to find an accomplice. Who's the stealthiest one? Probably McMurphy. I don't trust Kibbles at all. He's a fucking nerd. He'll just trip over himself and go, oh no, my comics. I've made my way down to the beat. He'll come dressed as Spider-Man or something. Snooty Booty McMurphy and Kibbles are reclining in the afternoon sun. The gang's all here.
Can't you count? There's only 3 of us.
I didn't mean it literally, but it's good to catch you. I need a willing volunteer to help me on my mission.
Dreya the Fourth, my dear charmed. Although I always... Sorry, I had a stroke. Dreya the Fifth, my dear. Charmed though I always am to see you, you really do have a particular skill for interrupting one's beauty sleep. Now, if you could just move slightly to your left, you're casting a shadow.
I shift my position and lower my expectations. This may not go very smoothly. How about it, Murph? Fancy on going on an adventure? Ah, Cara, you must know cats a bit better than that by now, like. You're gonna have to give us all the details, or you have to get a screech anything. Sorry, that was unintelligible. Okay, how about this for intrigue? I've discovered a trapdoor in the ground of the main lab.
Yeah, what about it?
Oh, you know already?
Obviously, it's not exactly hidden.
So what's down there?
Don't care.
Only the professor goes down there, Cara, and you can't blame us for not wanting to keep it company. Not that we'd be welcome, like. Fucking Langar. Come on, aren't any of you even slightly curious? I already have a plan figured out. All I need is someone smart, stealthy, and skillful to be my partner. Ah, Cara, there are many things I would do for you, like, but going into the professor's territory is not one of them. I'm surprised. I thought you at least would be lured by the thrill of the unknown. Unknown my eye. Whatever the professor's hiding down there can't be good, like. That much we do know.
I don't know why you asked us. How can a bunch of cats help you? All we know is sunbathing and coming.
I'm glad you asked that, Kibbles. In brief, I've already worked out that the door is operated by an automatic mechanism. When the boss walks through the door, it closes and locks behind him almost instantly. It's your job to prevent that from making contact.
Obviously, but how?
I'll sneak you into the lab in my backpack. When he's exiting the trapdoor, I'll distract him. You make a break for it. Using your epic weapon as a tool, prevent the door from fully sealing. Epic weapon? I'm assuming tail?
Oh yeah, my weapon? And that would be?
Your pebble. Oh, that's kind of cute. I'm guessing this would be different based on who we were romancing at this point in the game. Maybe it would be one of these three would do it. Interesting. Anyway, so this is a dating sim? Sort of? Kind of? Yes? We do fuck the cats. At the end of each mission, we do fuck the cats. But it's also a strange sort of horror intrigue thriller. It's been weird, basically. Kibbles looks like he's about to scarp her, and I know I have to move quick. I open my rucksack. In you pop. I knew you'd be the bravest cat of them all. McMurphy flashes me a wink and nudges Kibble forward. Valiant and brave as ever, like? You're a better man than me. Kibbles gulps and shrinks into my backpack. I head back into the lab before he can change his mind. This seems sketchy. Now, you've got to be as quiet as you can. A muffled voice comes from inside my bag.
Dreya, your job really is boring.
Kibbles, my job isn't waiting around for people to go through trapdoors.
Yeah.
Sorry, the voice is going.
What exactly is your job?
Well, it varies. Most of the time I'm just looking after the cats. A friendly tabby named Oscar meows from his cage, as if he knows what we're talking about. Other days I get a delivery of samples, I have to run tests and log the information.
Dreya, your job is really boring.
Shh. I cut him off as the trapdoor begins to open, and I give my backpack an elbow as the professor emerges.
Ah, good day, Dreya the Fifth. Beginning on the new samples, are we? Always good to get a good head start.
Oh yes, I actually wanted to get your opinion on this one. As I walk the professor over to my workstation, Kibbles has already leapt out of my bag and darted through the trapdoor just before it closes. Actually, I see what I've done. I misread the 8 for a 3. Now it makes sense. Sorry, wasted your time a bit.
No worries, Dreya. Say, may I ask when the last time it was that you visited the optician?
Just before I came to the island. Everything was perfectly normal.
Jolly good, just checking.
The professor pushes his specs up onto the bridge of his nose and wafts out of the room. I breathe a sigh of relief and run over to Kibbles. He's wedged the small rock inside the rim so that I can just pull the heavy door open. Well done! I knew you were the cat for the job. Kibbles looks proud in spite of his fear. Every time he appears on the screen, I'm struck by how hideous this cat is.
Victory or death.
I step down to join him, leaving the pedal wedging open the door above our heads. Immediately, I can make out a staircase in the gloom, taking us further underground. By the time we reach the last step, the temperature has changed noticeably, and I realize that my teeth are chattering.
Don't be scared, Dreya the Fifth. I'll protect you. With my muscles. My giant muscles.
Thank you, Kibbles. I fumble along the wall for a light switch. As soon as the lights come up, I cannot help but gasp. In front of us is a set of steel cabinets. The light glints off them. Yawn. I didn't really sleep. The light glints off them and forces my eyes into a squint. This place reminds me of something, but I can't think what. The drawers of the cabinets are neatly labelled, each explaining what is contained within. Gallbladder, claw front left, parotid gland. There are 100 of these, row upon row. I open the drawer labelled claw rear right. It's what I feared I would find. Boxed claw samples, each labelled with a name, number and some notes. Age, weight, breed, colouring. Every component that makes up a cat is laid out neatly in front of us. As a scientist, I am used to seeing animal parts, but this is something different. The sheer volume is overwhelming. Cat after butchered cat. It's horrifying. I feel sick. I know what this place reminds me of. A morgue.
Lol. What the hell is this? Is this what they are doing to the cats that die here?
I wonder if they're even waiting for them to die, but I keep that thought to myself. I look through the notes that Pauper left on top of the cabinet. Looks like they harvest these from the cats that die during testing, so they can study the effects of various compounds on each of the specimens. Oh god. Neither Kibbles and I feel curious anymore. We decide to close this particular door behind us. Saving. Okay, back to happy music. That was genuinely quite fucked up, wasn't it? Rest. Oh, we're like 75 of the way through the antidote. We're going to be cured by the end of this game, surely, unless I fucked something up. You had a lovely nap and wake up feeling revitalized. Your energy has been restored. Magic. Lovely. Just nice. Right, I guess... romance again? Meh.
Meow.
It's been a few days since... oh, now I'm imagining just Arnold Schwarzenegger purring like that George Galloway clip. It's been a few days since Kibbles left me his comics. Although I devoured them on the first night, I've been so busy with work that I hadn't had time to return them yet. I'm dying to talk to him about them, so today I've cleared the decks enough to spend a couple of hours. I'm waiting in our usual spot when the nearby bush begins to rustle. Hi, Kibbles, you there? No answer. I brought your comics. Still nothing. I know he's there. He must be playing a game. Oh, what a shame that Kibbles isn't here. I so wanted to ask him about Hungry Sparrow. He's so clever. He would know why Nyoko broke the mirror at the end. Kibbles falls out of the bushes.
Yeah, obviously she's just clumsy.
Really? I figured it was a metaphor for fractured self-image.
A metaphor?
Yeah, because her heart was broken when Ryuji fell in battle. Oh god, I hate it.
Oh, of course, without going without saying. But I just feel like that interpretation is kind of tired.
Really? What would your interpretation be then?
I just think it might be too complex for you. Let's talk about something else.
Oh, he's such a fucking cringe nerd! Oh god. He's so fucking cringe. Alright, what did you want to talk about?
I'm starving. There's no proper food around here. Just come. Oodles and oodles of cat cum, but no food.
Giving all nerds a bad image here. Oh, I hate him. I hate him so much. I eye the plump British long hair skeptically. Well, I've got a tin of tuna back at base camp if you want. I could easily...
No, that's not proper food. Gross. I'm talking about proper food.
God, the accent's bad.
Chocolate, crisps, pizza. Have you got any of those?
No, I don't. Where the fuck would we get them on an island?
But you know how to get them.
What are you implying? I can't just walk into the mess tent and steal armfuls of food.
Exactly. Meet me outside the mess tent tonight at sundown. Bring a backpack and a torch.
Oh, I really don't like this.
If you don't help me, I'll have to do it myself.
I shudder at the thought of Kibbles being let loose in a mess tent without supervision. Well, okay. I'll meet you, but only if you promise to be extremely stealthy.
Yeah. My stealth abilities are second to none. I'm a black belt in karate.
I don't know if that's a thing. I really hope so, Kibbs, because we're going to have to be super ninjas tonight.
Dank.
I'm just saying, if I had a gun in this game, he'd be dead. I hate him. I've come to the mess tent a little before sundown, hoping to apprehend Kibbles in case he tries to stealthily barge in without me. I finally spot him stalking in the distance, using his tail to brush away any paw prints he's leaving behind. He's taking this so seriously. My heart sinks as I realise how disappointed he'll be when I explain that we can't actually rob the mess tent of all its treats. Hey, Kibbs.
Senpai. Notice me, senpai. Woo.
Senpai? I have to restrain myself from doing an air grab. I don't know what an air grab means, but if it's not throttling him, it's the wrong answer.
I just wanted to say, it's an honor to raid alongside you tonight.
I really wasn't expecting the anime nerd angle.
I promise I won't let you down.
Oh no, why is he being so nice? Because he wants something, he's a nice guy. Well, actually, I don't think this is a good idea.
What? What are you talking about?
Well, I was thinking that it might be a step too far to raid the mess tent.
Are you joking? You changed your mind? You think I'm not up to the task? Is that it?
He looks so hurt. I feel terrible. It's not you, Kibbles. I'd gladly heat up a pizza and make a salad to go with it, but I don't think it's a good idea to take any more than that. Kibbles looks at me with disbelief.
Did you just say the word salad?
I did, I'm sorry, but this is a really bad idea. Not only could it get me fired, but you could get sick if you eat that much sugar and flour, and I don't want to be responsible for that. Sorry, sad Arnold Schwarzenegger has a hard voice to do.
It seems I was wrong about you. I thought you were heroic. I thought you were cool.
This really strikes a nerve. I'm not really sure what to do. I don't know whether to listen to my head or my heart. Fuck it, let's raid. Let's raid. Kibbles called me senpai. I cannot let that be for nothing. Kibbles, I am heroic. And I am cool. Let's raid. Oh, this is not gonna go well. Kibbles does a little happy dance and fires invisible fires invisible paw guns into the air.
I'm just sure everyone has gone to bed.
Yes, except Zane. He's still doing his rounds. He's on the other side of the island right now, which gives us about 15 minutes. Tiny island.
This is so cool. It's like a proper real-life loot run.
God, you better have a fucking incredible cock. But you have to keep your vice down, Kibbs. The marigolds are doing their cleaning rounds in that tent just over there.
So stop talking, because now we only have 14.5 minutes.
You better make me fucking explode later for this. We've crept into the kitchen area, which is easy as the whole thing is an open plan. I make a start by grabbing a pizza from the freezer and putting it in the microwave to cook. Sacrilegious trash. Hate that. Next, I get the store cabinet keys from their usual place on a hook next to the sink.
The security is not exactly high-tech.
It doesn't need to be. We're on an island. We all get fed. Why would anybody want to steal food?
Duh.
My backpack is overspilling with loot and I'm struggling to zip it up now. Point taken, but this is different. This isn't real food. This is the monthly treat ration.
Monthly? What do you eat all day?
Well, fish and vegetables.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear that, Dreya.
What?
Never mind. Hurry up. We only have 6 minutes and 47 seconds left.
As if on cue, the microwave pings. I grab the hot boxes and we're off. This seems selfish. Only steal about half of it at least.
So, this is your place, huh?
We're sitting on my bed, finishing the last of the pizza. Yeah, this is my crib.
Never say that word again.
I cover my embarrassment by... You're embarrassed when you're around this freak? Don't be embarrassed. I empty the contents of the rucksack out onto the bed.
Oh man, there's more than I ever thought.
He stuffs his mouth with marshmallows and jelly beans. Ugh. There are tears in his eyes.
It's been so long. This is the best night of my life.
Kibbles and I gorge ourselves on junk food until we can barely move.
Thank you for today, Dreya the 5th. I really needed this.
I really don't feel so good.
Uh-oh, did you eat too much?
I clamber out of my tent, hoping that fresh air will stop me feeling sick. By the time I return to the tent, Kibbles is gone and so is the loot. That fucker. Oh, achievement unlocked, by the way. Patrician tastes. Apparently that was a thing we could do. 75%. We're 3/4 of the way done. Research. Oh no, I have more to do. Do not fucking leave. We need to do all the recon first and romance the cat, obviously. We need more progress. Wait, I don't have any more recon available to me. Unlocks after receiving a gift from Kibbles. Okay, so we need to go on another date first. Fair enough. Fine, romance then. Romance the cat. Obviously, sure. I haven't seen Kibbles since our pizza party the other night. I want to make sure he didn't overdo it once he left the tent. I could go for some pizza. I'm not going to, though. I think. I don't know. I don't know what I'll have. I should eat healthier. I mean, I've eaten a slice of bread today. It couldn't get much worse than that. I approach the clearing near the bushes he likes to hide in. Kibbles, are you there? No answer. Kibbles? The bush sneezes. I know you're in there, Kibbles. I just heard you sneeze. Still no answer. Kibbles, if you don't come out here, I'm gonna come in and get you. Kibbles lazily rolls out of the bushes.
Oh, hi, Dreya. I didn't hear you coming.
Kibbles, are you avoiding me?
No, I've just been busy.
The accent's going really bad. I pull a sticky sweet wrapper out of his long fur. Yes, I can see that. Is everything okay? I'm worried about you. You left quickly the other night.
Well, I figured the night was over, with you about to lose your guts outside.
Then you'll be pleased to know that I was not in fact sick. I did feel terrible all night though. What were we thinking?
What were you thinking, you mean? I happen to know my limits.
Except that you were sick on the way home, right?
How did you know about that?
I didn't until just then.
It was worth it. We should do that again.
Not in any world, no. What's been keeping you away?
I've been working on my project. Have you ever heard of Game Maker? I've been making this anime game where you play as a hot schoolgirl.
What project?
Just my latest comic.
You made a comic?
Yeah, I've been working on it for ages. You're the first person I've told about it.
Well, I'm honored. Tell me more. What's it about? Can I see it?
It's about a lot of stuff. You can have it, actually.
Really? Kibbles hands me a stack of papers covered with crude markings, held together with tape and staples. Aww. Oh, it's nice.
Is this the first draft? That would be worth loads to the right collector.
Yeah, the artwork is quite avant-garde.
I was worried that being a cat would limit my artistic ability, but obviously I'm just a savant.
You're something. Oh yeah, for sure, and it has a unique smell, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's hard to get pens and paint out here. I had to get pretty creative.
Are we holding a comic? Something tells me I'd rather not know much about this. Thank you for this, Kibbles. I'll read it as soon as I get back to base.
Yeah, well, it's pretty complex. You may not get everything on your first read.
I look at the scratchings, paw prints, and splatters that make up the pages. No doubt. Maybe once I've read it, we can go through it together?
Yeah, okay. You'll probably need my help.
Right, I'll go make a start. Thanks, Kibbles. This is really sweet. It's not. It's going to be the worst thing you've ever fucking read. Oh, and then we're going to have to fucking lie about it or something. Oh, no. Oh, is this recon going to be reading the comic, do we think? Not happy about this. Recon, please. Scanning Kibbles' gift. It might be worth taking a closer look at the comic Kibbles made. Click. Jesus, it's gonna be so bad. It's gonna be fucking gory porn, isn't it? There's no way it isn't. I'm laying in my tent looking at the comic Kibble's made. Rock hard already. It's a really heartwarming thing. He's put a lot of work into it. As I'm looking, I notice something behind some of the colours. It looks like Skibbles may have painted over something he found. I can just about make a signature in the lower right corner. The more I squint, the more I believe it's Professor Pauper's. I wonder what this paper used to be. I suppose it's possible to clean off the paint and see what's underneath, but I can't bring myself to do that. Maybe there's something at the lab I can use to see more without destroying the artwork? Yeah, they use this for mummies, if you didn't know. They use this for mummies and old manuscripts, like Egyptian scrolls and stuff. Because a lot of these scrolls you can't unwrap without them crumbling into dust. And so they use like laser scanning to like scan through the entire thing and then virtually unroll it. And same with mummies, they use it to like virtually scan through it, because if you unwrapped it, it would crumble to dust. It's kinda cool. I arrive at the lab just after dark when I'm guaranteed to have the place to myself. There's a portable X-ray machine in the back. We use it to examine the bones of the cats after changing their diet. It has a light box attached to it so we can see the X-rays properly. It's this piece of equipment that I'm hoping will reveal the secrets. I used light boxes a lot when I was studying graphic design. I kinda want one. They're cool. It means you can trace over drawings quite easily if you're doing physical design work, which, you know, sometimes you should. I lay out the comic on top of the light box. I can see the image quite clearly under the paint. It's a letter.
Dear Jonathan, firstly, I'd like to wish yourself and Martha a very happy new year. I understand your concerns.
The yawn's part of the letter.
I understand your concerns. The recent closure of our account at your cat farm may indeed negatively impact your business. I can assure you this decision was not taken lightly. I would like you to take the time to personally thank you and your family for your help in providing us with cats over the years.
A cat farm. That's fucking horrific.
From your last letter, it's clear that you don't fully understand the reasoning. The traditional methods of farming cats, as have you pointed out, have been perfectly acceptable for many years. However, recent advances in technology that our team have employed mean that we are able to produce cats on a far greater scale, and much more quickly than using the traditional methods. Our offshore facility can produce 100 cats in the time it would take you to rear 10. I would like, however, to repeat our offer of a job in the offshore nursery. Your family has been an asset to this company for many years, and we'd like to show you our loyalty and appreciation. Please do consider this seriously. Warm wishes and seasoned greetings from Professor Pauper and the team.
An offshore cat breeding facility. We have an island overrun with cats right here. Why would we need... Before I even begin to form the question in my mind, I know what the answer is. This island is the offshore facility. Professor Pauper was obviously keeping this well under wraps. I look back at Kibble's sweet picture and wonder how on earth he found this letter. Slowly, another thought begins to force its way into my consciousness. What if Jonathan and Martha accepted the offer that was made to them and came to work on the island? What if they brought their young son with them? Could this be Kibble's parents? I decide to respect Kibble's privacy and I keep this information to myself. He may not even remember them, and I don't want to distress him. Oh no! It's quite dark. Well, let's fuck the sad orphan. Hang on. I think I'm getting a text. Hang on. You have a lovely nap and wake up feeling revitalized. Your energy has been restored. Magic. Lovely. Good stuff. This is a video of my dad golfing. Cool. I don't care. Romance. Romance the cat. Let's fuck this sad, nerdy cat and then, I don't know, make him feel a bit better. And then research and blow this shit wide open. I'm sitting outside my tent, trying my best to make sense of Kibble's comic. I'm desperately hoping for something, anything, that I can understand enough to talk to him about it. It's no use. Just as I'm giving up, I see Kibbles approaching from the forest. Kibbles, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I figured you'd have finished my comic by now, and you'd be ready to go through it with me.
Oh, yeah, sure. It was complicated, like you said.
I knew you wouldn't get it.
Okay, I'll be honest. I didn't really understand much at all.
Let's start at the beginning then, shall we? You see, this schoolgirl's boobs represent my feelings of inadequacy because she's jealous of the teacher's boobs. And those are my parents. It's semi-autobiographical, my memoirs if you will, from what I can remember anyway. This page is about my parents. Each nipple represents their face.
Kibbles points to a pair of red paw prints.
This is my earliest memory. My mom and dad sitting together while I played in the garden.
He turns the page. This one has just one red paw on it.
Money was tight, so mum worked a lot of overtime. It was just me and dad most of the time. The next bit is about when I started high school.
This page is chaotic. Bright smudges and scratches cover every inch.
I didn't really fit in at high school.
Kibbles gestures to a page with a big scratch from top to bottom.
This is the day where Troy started pushing me around. This is why I have these muscles now. Look at this bit.
A thick black substance covers the paper. I'm worried about what it might signify.
This is my happiest memory. Sitting by myself alone in my room, reading comics.
Kibbles flips to a more colourful page.
And this is when Dad started taking me to the comic store after school. It was like a whole new world for me. I'd lost interest in the commercial stuff. It started to feel lamestream to me. I discovered manga. It was much more on my level, way more intellectual, way more sexual.
Kibbles turns page after page, explaining the difference and significance of the manga he'd read and how they shaped him and helped him escape from his problems. Kibbles, this is great. The way you're opening up to me, it's a real privilege.
I suppose.
I've thought about this lots, and I wondered if I should ask.
Ask what?
Were you originally human? I mean, were you catified? He's lowered the comic and is now looking at me with an expression of incredulity.
I cannot believe you just asked me that.
I'm sorry, you don't have to answer.
Are you actually joking? This whole comic is about my transition and stuff. What were you reading? If I wasn't originally human, how would I have a manga collection that would make any otaku proud? How would I even be able to read?
It is one of the dumbest questions I've ever seen asked in a video game. So yeah, of course I knew. I just mean, I was asking it more about how it happened. How, when, where, all that stuff. He's fixed his eyes back on the page.
I can't tell you.
Too soon?
Well, obviously not. We're looking at my entire existence here.
I feel a little foolish.
I can't remember. Only bits. But it keeps getting less. Like it's fading into the sun.
I can feel his frustration and direct us back to the safety of reading. It's okay, this is great, it documents everything. Finally, he turns to the last spread, the one I'd been avoiding as the pages were stuck together. He prized them apart carefully, so as not to tear anything. It's a sort of collage. He's used bits of chewed up plants to stick down various objects. Amongst the colourful markings, there's a panel from my copy of Kanashi Boy, some sweet wrappers, and in the centre, the unremarkable pebble, the one that Kibbles claimed he was looking for the first night we met in the clearing. It has a blue and green paw print on it. Kibbles, this is beautiful.
This page is about you.
Me?
Yeah, well, us.
Us? What about us?
You and me. Our story.
You wrote a story about us?
No, the story that we are. That is... I want...
Just take your time, Kibbles. Count to 10 and use your words.
I'm not a kid. Don't patronize me. I'm a man with man muscles. I smoke cigars and come.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I was trying to help.
It's just confusing. I don't know what to say because I don't know what I feel.
About what?
About this.
Smoke cum. I mean, I guess there's not much to stick down the cigar paper with out here. Kibbles angrily jabs the comic with his claw until it hooks into the paper and he can't unstick himself. Do you need help, or... I really don't want to be patronizing. Kibbles finally tears his paw free and looks directly in the eye and blurts out one word.
Love.
I'm not sure I even fully heard him correctly, but I'm frightened to ask him to repeat himself, so I take a punt. Love?
Maybe.
Kibbles, I might be a very clever scientist, but I can't read minds. You're going to have to tell me what it is you're trying to say.
Maybe I might have feelings, possibly love for you, I think.
Oh. I have love feelings for you too, Kibble. Well, that's good.
It is?
Yes, because I think I might have love feelings possibly for you too, I think, too.
You might?
I do.
Yes, so do I. Definitely, I think.
Kibbles looks like he doesn't quite know what to do next, so I bend down and we share an affectionate nuzzle. He purrs loudly, then bites my arm and runs away. I am still a human man in a human body, nuzzling romantically with a cat. It's just too weird. He's still a cat! Oi! Where'd you think you're going? As I chase him through the forest. Relationship goals, Kibbles, achievement unlocked. Hopefully we have a happy ending here once I finish the research, because previously that has not really worked out. Poor, what's her name? Tabby? Tabitha? I can't remember her name. Trixie, that's it. Poor Trixie. She got left high and dry when we got murdered, so she's alone. Research. Yes, I'm ready. And there's only one research I can do. A turn for the worse. Today's the day Mr. Bumble gets all the clear. He's a tough old boy. I'm looking forward to giving him a cuddle. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. The professor lifts the flap of my tent and pokes his head inside.
Dreya the Fifth, may I have a word?
Of course. He lets the tent flap fall shut. I'm not sure what time it is, but it's still dark here in the shelter. I quickly pull my lab coat on over my pajamas and make my way outside to find the professor staring out to the sea. Is something wrong?
No, well... Yes, I suppose something is wrong. Your Mr. Bumble is getting worse, Dreya the Fifth. He's taken a turn in the night.
Oh, but he was doing so well. I was going to recommend we release him this week.
With older cats, this can be expected. A sudden relapse is common, and they become overwhelmed so quickly.
I can't believe it. Is it something I did? Did I miss something?
No, Dreya the Fifth. I trust that you have done your absolute best for him. But I'm afraid he's in a lot of discomfort now.
His words cut like a knife. The thought of any animal being in pain is heartbreaking, but I've grown very attached to Mr. Bumble in the time I've been caring for him.
We do a lot of good on this island, Dreya, and it can truly be a joy to live with these beautiful animals and ensure that they're well and happy. But we also have to do a lot of things that we don't want to. Unpleasant things, you understand? Though we always have the best interests of the cat in mind.
I know what's coming, but I hope I'm wrong.
Mr. Bumble may live for a while yet, Dreya, but his every waking moment will be full of pain and suffering. It's times like these that we must think about what it is best for our subjects. Have you ever heard of Dignitas?
The professor takes a deep breath.
Mr. Bumble has to be euthanized, my dear. There's no two ways about it. But I thought it would be nicer for him if you were the one to do it. You could say your goodbyes, stroke him, make him as comfortable as he can be. Maybe give him one last fuck. Take away one quick injection of ketamine.
I'm frozen. I don't want to answer.
You don't have to agree, but I wanted to give you the choice. He'll be euthanized tonight either way. Would you like to be there?
I'll do it. I think it's the right thing to do. Also, maybe he'll talk to us and tell us some fucked up stuff. I think I should be the one to do it.
I know it's painful, but I think you've made the right decision, my dear. Let's get this over with as quickly as possible.
Mr. Bumble is curled up in his crate. I'm a bit taken aback by how well he looks. I had braced myself for a different picture entirely. I'm grateful that he doesn't look as sick as he is.
Would you like me to prepare the syringe for you while you say your goodbyes?
I nod. I don't think I can muster any words. The professor begins preparing the lethal injection. I take this moment to comfort Mr. Bumble through the bars of his crate. I'm worried that if I do pick him up, I'll never be able to let go. I talk to him quietly. Even though I can't understand what I'm saying, I hope my voice will be a comfort to him. It's okay. Nothing bad's gonna happen to you.
Liar!
I'm surprised to hear the familiar voice of Trixie coming from the shadows in the corner of the lab.
I can't believe this. I trusted you.
I cough away the sob in my throat. I can't answer Trixie without raising suspicion.
I defended you when people called you a traitor. I believed in you, but you're just like him, aren't you? There's nothing wrong with that cat. Mr. Bumble's as healthy as I am.
You've been unwell for a while, haven't you, Mr. Bumble? And it's getting worse. It's time to do the kindest thing possible for you, even though it breaks my heart. I hope Trixie understands that I'm talking to her. She scoffs.
He's fooled you too. I thought you were smarter than that. Can you not see what's going on here?
The professor turns to me glumly and places the tray of supplies on the table next to the crate.
The injection is ready if you've finished saying your goodbyes.
I hesitate, feeling the professor's eyes on me.
I can't watch this.
I see her shadow slink out of the tent. I think delaying things any longer would make the situation more distressing. Could I have some time alone? No, Bumble is fine. Don't do a Dreya the 5th. Inject Professor. I'd like to, if I could jab it into his neck. I need some time alone? Oh, I don't know about this. Ooh, we could get shot in the head again here. I'm sorry, Professor, but could I have a few moments alone with Bumble? I'd like to brush his coat one last time.
Certainly, my dear. I'll leave you to finish the procedure. And no need to report back to me tonight. Just head back to your tent and I'll talk to you in the morning. Message me if you have any problems.
The professor pokes a finger into Mr. Bumble's crate and whispers a few words that are just out of earshot. He squeezes my shoulder paternally before leaving the lab. I immediately open the crate and hold the cat protectively to my chest. You're staying with me, boy. I whisper the words into his ear. Something in my gut tells me that the professor is listening outside the lab. We can't leave through the main entrance. We'd need to find another way out. My mind races wildly. I stroke the large cat with my free hand. His rhythmic purring helps me to concentrate better. I suddenly see an image of Trixie in my mind's eye. Where did she go? How did she get out? I search every corner of the tent for an opening or a broken stake in the ground. Finally, I find a tear in the fabric behind some of the cages, and I'm able to squeeze through it with Mr. Bumble in a vice-like grip. My body switches out to autopilot and takes me to the only place I can think to go, Trixie's cave. The cave is unusually dark and cold. She must be out. Just holding my cat right now. This is a terrifying game. I write a short note explaining that I couldn't go through with the euthanasia and that I'll be back at the lab covering my tracks tonight. I use one of her minerals, Floofy Butt, as a paperweight and make sure Mr. Bumble is settled and sleeping before I make my way back to the tent. Achievement unlocked. Saved Mr. Bumble. But I think we're out of time. I've come to the forest to gather my thoughts. This morning, I noticed another change in my appearance. Up until now, it's been easy to cover up my transition. I just had to keep on top of removing the excess body hair. Even the stub of a tail that appeared a few days ago hasn't been a problem. Who'd see it? But this new development is a turning point. How am I going to explain the fact that my pupils have turned into vertical slits? I can't risk anyone seeing me like this, so I'm going to hide out for a while and just see what happens. Sometime later. Looking around, I don't remember ever being happier. I'm laying here in the forest with Kibbles, reading a new edition of Kanashi Boy. Are you ever going to tell me, Meow, how you managed to get hold of these books?
Yeah, I could.
Really? Finally, Meow?
But then I'd have to kill you. Yeah.
We're interrupted by the familiar sound of the ferry arriving at the pier. Seems my replacement's arrived.
That must be the new research assistant. Want to go and annoy them?
Kibbles never gets tired of being Kibbles. No, you go if you like, Meow. I'm going to have a nap in a minute.
Yeah, me too. It's hard work, all this reading. Mood.
There was a time I would have thought he was being ridiculous, but these days, I have to agree. It's the pages. Turning pages is surprisingly hard with paws. I feel so lucky that that's the only thing I have to complain about, though. My life really is charmed. I know now that I made the right decision. It used to worry me. I felt guilty about giving up my work on the antidote. I resisted the urge to join Kibbles and the rest of the gang for as long as possible, but I think a small part of me knew that I would always give in eventually. Now I don't have any regrets. None of the other cats blame me. They're happy for Kibbs and I. We're just one big family.
Want to go cliff hopping later, after a sleeps, obviously.
I'm happy to do whatever you want, Kibbs, Meow.
Really?
Of course.
How about I peg you? Okay, give me a making biscuits massage while I fall asleep.
I roll over and open one eye to see Kibbles as the broadest grin on his face. I swish him with my tail and drift off into a blissful sleep. This is getting really fucking depressing. Genuinely. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Wait. 5 out of 18 endings found? How many fucking different ways can this go? Successful dates 3. I think they might be able to reject you. That might be an ending. Telling him you don't love him. That's probably an ending. 82% basically, and then ended up, by the way. I think we will finish it next chapter, which I'll probably do next week. Like next Saturday, next Sunday, maybe. Anyway, quit the main menu. That's the game. I'll rage if anyone else is live. How many different ways can this go? 18 apparently. I mean, it's fucked, really. I mean, it's a very dark game. I'm genuinely quite into it. Everybody, go watch Zara's live playing wrestling, WWE 2K22, a game that I didn't even know had come out. So yeah, great little game. It's so good. I was really expecting this to be number 1 about 2 hours long, and number 2 not very good. But it turns out it's great and very long. So I'll finish it next week. It looks like there's only like an hour or 2 left. So yeah, next Saturday or next Sunday, I'll finish this. So that's something to look forward to, I guess. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm going to hit enter and start the raid. And yeah. Ooh, I'll see you all tomorrow. Anybody who shows up, I'll be playing Gothic 2 tomorrow, which should be extremely fun because it's Gothic 2 and Gothic 1 was very, very funny. Anyway, goodbye. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your Sunday. I like this music.